Hello everyone, this is the Crafty Cauldron and welcome. I'm JoBeth Sexton and today I have a flip through for you of a journal that I just completed. It's been in the works for a while and I wanted to make a video record of it but also show you what I've been up to. So this is called Raven, kind of obvious but thought I'd mention it. And I have a detachable tassel here for decoration. This tassel is held on to a ring in the binding, and it is a lobster claw clasp made out of gunmetal, colored metal. On this tassel we have pieces of an old necklace and some verdigris charm. This is a bone feather, a key, more necklace piece, a raven skull, and a tulip glass bead. This is all on copper wire, and I have a background in making jewelry. I've been making jewelry for about 30 years, so that's why I like to incorporate my other skills into my journals. Then I have a beaded, and this one's kind of buried on purpose, a beaded dangle here. This one is made from copper wire and it has glass beads on it as well as a rabbit vertebrae, and I cleaned that myself. And it just attaches right with that little. Now the whole thing is held on there and has all of these fibers and textiles have been passed through this bale. This bale is a product from BB Crafts. And I will be showing a tutorial on how to make this. It's really easy. It's probably been done before, but I'll just preface the video when I get to it with all of that info. So textiles, I have eyelash trim and yarn and lace and an old shredded bed sheet part that actually looks really cool because it's got a shredded edge on it. It's all frayed and everything. It's really, really cool. On the journal is, it's 8 1/4 by about 5 1/2 with a 1 1/4 inch spine, and it's made from chipboard and cardstock. Now the spine has been reinforced with Tyvek tape as well as fabric and grosgrain ribbon, so it's really, really sturdy. I left the binding stitches on the outside. I wanted to make it look really old and grungy, and that's one of the ways that I like to do that. Also put bead dangles on the binding strings that I left hanging out the bottom. So that's what's on there. It's just an assortment of beads. There's some semi-precious stone, aventurine, a little earring part, a little skull and a shell, and then the front. Now the front is this kit that I used that's got all the ravens and stuff on it. It's called Rooks and Ravens, and it's by Screech Owl Studios. I'll provide a link. This little label is from Nick the Booksmith, she's got some freebies, and I believe that's part of one of her freebies, but you have to watch her videos and figure out where those are. And that, I think, is the whole idea behind the freebies, is that you need to watch her videos to be able to see, you know, to be provided with the links. This is Sari Silk from Victorian Gypsy Girl on Etsy, and her shop is really cool. She's got a lot of great fair trade stuff. I really like shopping with her because it's one of those places that you can find a lot of different things, and for junk journalers, there's a lot of very nice items that you can use. So there's that. Now this front cover is it's made out of, this little flap here is made out of cardstock, and this flips open this way. This flip contains, it's like a hiding place for a journaling spot, but also a journaling tag that I created out of a print from, I believe it was Medieval Mirage, that I printed on some old stationery with the rose on it, and I just cut that out. The clock is from Icapolium Imaginarium, and I will provide a link for that. And then the bag is from Inky Owl Studios, in this teeny tiny little glassine pocket, which I adore, um, which is also a gift from Inky Owl Studios, um, are these 2 journaling spots, a little Ouija board and a spider. And this is from Halloween Printables, and this one is from Chocolate Rabbit on Etsy. She has a really great selection of nice stuff. Clock from Icapillium. Then behind the bag there's a pocket, and this has a tag in it. The tag is from Chocolate Rabbit, and I believe this is from Halloween Printables. I'm not sure, but I'll provide links for all this stuff below. And then this had a little Christmas saying on it, but I didn't want that on there, so I covered it. And then the back's been inked, and there's a piece of baker's twine out the top. This is a photograph that a friend of mine took, and she is the recipient of the book. This book has already been sold. She's already bought it. She doesn't know this is in here, and she won't know until she gets it. But this video won't go up until after she gets it, which should be later today, on the day that I'm filming this, and this is the 30th of May. Anyway, so I included this picture because we had a great time. This is from the Bisbee Cemetery, Bisbee, Arizona, right near the Mexico border. It's an excellent place to go if you ever want to get really old headstone pictures and lots of other neat pictures, because there's dead trees and stuff in the cemetery. It's really cool. The cemetery is over 100 years old, so, you know. Okay, so the front cover, we open up like this. We have a page from a Latin dictionary and a large journaling card from a place called Art Vintages on Etsy, link below. Kit page, and then a pocket made from these black pockets like this. They're all made from pack paper, and I can't remember what the pack is called. I'll try and find it and list it below. If I don't and you're curious, I will make an extra special effort if you need to know the name of the kit. But it's got like texture, shiny texture on it. There we go. You can see it really good there. I did a lot of stamping and stenciling in this. I have some stamps from a store on Etsy. That's where this one came from. And I'll provide a link below because I can't remember off the top of my head. Inside this pocket, and this is a large pocket, I have a large journaling card. Art Vintages cutout. It's fussy cut. The moth is from my own stash. And then the page is from the kit. Backed with nothing because I printed it on some heavy parchment cardstock. And then I added a little tool tag. And this is the back of that pocket where I've used an old greeting card envelope, which I absolutely love this picture. It's just so beautiful. And the artist, I can't read her name, but it's in free in tree or free tree, tree free cards. And then coffee date lace. Now, a lot of the stencils that I used in this, most of the stencils that I used in this one are from BB Crafts. And I'm going to be doing a, I'll show how I use them. It's the same way you'd use any stencils, but the stencils are amazing. There's 16 in this package, and the price is amazing. And I'll provide a link to their website below the video. This one looks like stained glass. That's why I used it. Very gothic. Tissue paper. You can write on that. It looks amazing. Braille paper from an really old Braille book. I think it's an encyclopedia, a World Book encyclopedia. And then more stenciling. This is a little notebook I made from a picture from Art Vintages, and then my coffee stain paper, and that is a key. And then there's tissue paper and more parchment that I have sewed in. This little picture is from, and then there's another key here. That's really cool looking. The cover's black, but you can write on that with a white gel pen easily. You can find them anywhere, even Walmart, or other little stores too. This is part of a calendar page from Alexandria V. Bach, and I will provide a link to her as well because she does a lot of great artwork. Her artwork is really dark most of the time, and moody and just gorgeous. So it's a great resource if you're looking for ideas. Kit page, stenciling. This stencil is Tim Holtz Flourish, I believe it's called. Then this page this page is on a piece of parchment, and I have printed two of my pieces of artwork kind of superimposed upon each other. A raven eye and then a dead tree forest here, and then I kind of played with it in Photoshop, so it's got all these little feather-like things hanging from it. So that's my own artwork there. And then this journaling card is taken from a book, a really old book, Aesop's Fables, and the paper in that is amazing. And then that's a little fable, The Crow and the Raven. Back of that is in black, so you can write on that with a white gel pen again. And then this is a public domain image on a little journaling tag, backed with coffee stain paper. I make all my own coffee stain paper. This is a page, on the back of that page is this is a printable kit from Medieval Mirage. It's called Silhouettes, and I think it's volume 1. So I mean, anytime you see this and I say Medieval Mirage, it's from the Silhouettes kit. That's the only thing that I use from there in this journal. Another page from the Latin Dictionary, a kit page with lines, and then I stamped lines with corrugated cardboard on the back, my coffee stain paper, and then this is a corner tuck pocket that I made and decorated myself. And this is a little hidden journaling card, journaling spot, that I learned from Mad Paper Crush, and it just opens up like that. And you can journal on all over it, on all kinds of surfaces there. So there's a lot more there than it looks like. Art vintages, and then more Medieval Mirage. This is a little tissue paper bag, like a deli bag, and that was from Inky Owl Studios as well as a gift. This is just some scrap papers, my coffee dyed, and then a print of some sheet music. I have tons of sheet music. Who doesn't, right? But I tend to, if I find something really nice, I will copy it, scan it into my computer like that. Vintage notebook paper. And this is a page from a Japanese encyclopedia. This is some old, it's not old, it's new actually, and it's like kids' drawing paper from like elementary school drawing paper. The pocket is from the kid, and the stamp is from Etsy, a store on Etsy. I'll provide a link below because I can't remember the name. Cherry Pie, that's it, Cherry Pie stamps. This is a journaling card that I put together with some public domain images, paper pack pages, and old maps. And then the back is just craft card. Brown craft cardstock. Next page, we have another image cut from the calendar of Alexandria V. Bach. I think it's 2012 or 11 calendar. And then it goes in that pocket. And this paper is actually from Amazon. It's just a printed page. There's a pack you can buy that's printed like this to make it look old. This is a craft paper wrapping paper with gold stars on it. And then I've stamped lines. This is another one of the BB Crafts stencils. I absolutely adore these stencils. They are so nice. And then this is one of the beaded binding threads here. And next page we have Franken paper, and then this is a big journaling card that I made from fabric lace, and underneath that is a swatch of tulle, black tulle, stitched around and stamped the back. Now you can write over this, so that's why I didn't want it really, really dark, because you can still write over it. It's really cool. And then you can write on this page too, no problem. This poem is from a book. I copied it out of a book. It's from I don't know, this says 1833 on it, so I'm pretty sure that it's old, not in copyright anymore. This is from a calendar book that I cut out. It's from 7th House Publishing. I'm not sure if they are still in existence, but they were amazing. They have a lot of witchy stuff in their store. This is a page, it's just printed, it's I think Southworth parchment copy paper. Very cool stuff. And a poem that I wrote is called Sister Raven, and the copyright on that is 1984. I wrote that in 1984, but I wanted to stick that in there as well. And fits right in that pocket. Some more of the kids' drawing paper with stencils and stamping with the cardboard. Japanese encyclopedia page, vintage notebook page with stencil. And then this is a little wax paper bag, another gift from Inky Owl Studios. And let's see, it's got this tag inside of it. This tag is one of those that opens up. Just untie that. It's held together by a scrappy piece of coffee dyed fabric. and it's really neat. I love it. And then it just opens up. It's been reinforced on the spine with more coffee dyed fabric that I left really raggedy, because again, I wanted this to look really like an old book. And that goes right down inside of that pocket. Oh, and the images on that, the skulls are a public domain, and then this is from the kit, the Rooks and Ravens. And then Medieval Mirage, Art Vintages, and this is from a book of Goya artwork, and I just cut it out, ripped it out actually, and then inked around it. This is made from, I did some doily stamping. I have a tutorial video on how to do that on my channel. And then I just made it into a journaling card, and that just tucks right inside of there nicely. Back of that has another Goya picture. It's a Goya painting that I put on some card and just grungied it up really well. And a lot of the card that I have this an abundance of paper with these lines on it. And this one I put on lengthwise, but then I cut around it with those, you know, really cool decorative scissors. And then a poem. This is a poem, I can't remember who wrote it, but it's from the old 1800s book poetry. Art Vintages here, a little crow on a journaling card. And then you can also write on that. More kit pages, Latin dictionary, Medieval Mayhem, oh my gosh, Medieval Mirage. Medieval Mayhem is a Renaissance fair that was up north in Show Low when I lived there. It's actually still there. They're cool. They're in July. If you ever want to escape the heat and go to a Renaissance fair in July, early July, go up there, northern Arizona in Show Low, Pine Top. Wonderful. Absolutely cool. Anyway, I'll try and remember to provide a link to that too. This is actually my artwork. It's an ink drawing that I did, and then I just scanned it into the computer and made it look like film grain, and then I glued this. This is a copy of a poem from the 1800s poetry book, and it's by H.B. Stowe. This is kit page, and then this is a braille page. I love this stuff, and I weaved some I weaved some ribbon in here and made this journaling card with lace and a cloth. It's a leaf that I glued inside, and then I backed it with some coffee stain paper with a key image on it that I created and stitched around it with some really nice deep dark maroon thread. Tissue paper and stenciling, and then this is a fold out page that you can journal on, and this page has another pocket here with a little scrap of paper in it, just basically to tell you that that's where there's a pocket. That pocket is a pocket. Then it folds over like this, and there's a tag inside of here with some public domain images and map, and then this is a paper pack paper and kit page, little scraps of cloth for notes. And this is a little bit different because this pocket, this actually is a belly band, but it's an offset. So it goes all the way through, and then it goes here all the way through. So you can just tuck something in there if you want. That is the end of the first signature. There are two signatures. So I've got this second signature, and this is an Alfred Tennyson poem from the 1800s poetry book. And this is a little envelope with stenciling, and this is actually a duck feather. I'm not going to take it out because it's really fiddly to get back in, but it looks cool. More pages to journal on with no lines, but I tore them and inked them. And then this page has some lines from the kit. Medieval Mirage, vintage notebook paper with stencil, and this is a little open up, it's like a little closet door thing I learned from Pam at the Paper Outpost. The outside is music paper, music sheet music, and then the inside is my coffee dyed paper with a stamp, large stamp. It's been stitched around with the maroon thread. I did a couple different stitches there, and it just tucks underneath this little stay right there. And behind it, it's a belly band, so there's room to stash stuff behind there as well. This is a little tuck. I can't remember where this is from, but it's a little skull. And then this is a journaling card made with the kit paper and backed. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't back that. It's just printed on some really heavy parchment cardstock. This is another doily stamping that I did. Again, a tutorial is on my channel. And then I stamped it with a Latin stamp. And oops, hold on, come back. It's got that lined cardstock I don't know if you guys, yeah, there we go. You can see how it's got texture on it. And it's really great because you don't have to actually put lines on it. There's already lines on it and you can see them to write on there so you can write straight. Graph paper, kit paper, more journaling spots. And then in this picture, on this page, I have a little envelope made out of some really cool galaxy paper and some a little twist out notepad right here with a brad, and I inked that up. And this is a photograph that I took a very long time ago at a Catholic church in California. The Catholic church name was Our Lady of Lourdes, and it's had some beautiful sculptures and stuff. This is a little three-dimensional butterfly right here, so that's kind of cute. I like the way those look. It's actually a moth, but these I don't really like to use butterflies too much. I would rather use moths. Kit page, more stamping, Franken page with coffee stain paper, tissue paper that's been stamped with lines, a Japanese encyclopedia page, kit page with stamped lines, and then stenciling on the back. This is mulberry paper with a quote from Edgar Allan Poe. You can write on this if you're careful. Then we've got coffee stain paper with stamped lines, coffee stain paper, that's the back of that sheet, of course. And then vintage notebook paper. How do I know that's vintage notebook paper? Because it came from one of my notebooks from elementary school. Yes, I held on to it because I am that weird. And this center also has some beaded strings, and that's lapwork glass, red aventurine, and then an old jewelry part that I had just laying, and I thought it looked really cool in there. This is a folded over page with some very pale stamping lines on it, an altered paper clip with some linen and some other interesting fabrics and stitching. And then that comes off like that. You can see there's little bones right there. It opens up like this, and then this is a fabric covered journaling tag with a lace pocket, and I inked it all up and backed it with some of my coffee stain paper with a key and stitched around it as well. Let's just tuck that back in there. There we go. And back of that mulberry paper, some kit paper with stamping, Japanese encyclopedia, tissue with more stenciling, and then there's the Franken paper that kind of folds out. Then we've got some kit paper. There's 2 pages here, and there's stenciling on the back of those. There's a stamping with lines and then stenciling on the back of that one. Graph paper that's been inked, and then another page of the copy paper that's parchment. It's been stenciled. I love that stencil. It kind of looks like a, I don't know, a little flower, an aster maybe. And then these are kit pockets, and then these are journaling cards made from, these are pages from an old art book, an art gallery book. It shows you art galleries, and then this is a tuck as well. The pocket has a gusset, so there's a pocket here where this goes in. I don't know if I could get it in there. There we go. Oh, for heaven's sake. There is a pocket in there. I know it because this little card was in there. Why is that not going in? Ah, I see you. There we go. And then behind it there's a tuck, and then this has a pocket here, and then another pocket behind. So there's 2 pockets here. One is, there we go, 2 pockets. But you can't really tell when you're looking at it. You can't see the second pocket. So you can stash something back there, like maybe you want to stash something back there and just tie a string around it so you can pull it out easily. Great idea. Medieval Mirage kit page, and this is another stencil from BB Crafts. I love this stencil because it looks like stained glass, and that's why I used it on that page, because it just looks so great. This is another page of poems from the 1800s poetry book, and a journaling card made from an image I found on Pinterest with a little cloth tab. It's been inked and roughed up around the edges. And it just settles right down in there. And then the back of that it's a tuck, actually. So these 2 things come out, and then you can see that there's like a tuck right there, and that's where these go. And this is kind of like a raggedy pocket page. from book. I learned that from Nick the Booksmith. And then there's a lace pocket right there. And then this is a journaling spot Ouija board print from, I believe it's from Chocolate Rabbit. And then the back has been stamped with the stamp and then stitched with a little bit of sheet music right there. So there's that. And then this also tucks in. This is one of my doily stamping endeavors. And a little journaling card with a public domain skeleton image. And then you can journal on this with a white gel pen. Little beaded charmy thing here with a key and some moons, wood beads, a couple different things. It's really kind of interesting. It's got a variety of stuff. I really like the way it came out. It's not very heavy because a lot of those are plastic and wood, so I thought that would be okay to use. Let's put that back the right way. It kind of flips around, so that's on the outside. Then this is the inside of the back cover. Again, we've got a page with the from the paper pack, a couple of journaling cards from the kit, and then this is one that I made with stitching and doily stamping and other stamping from the cherry pie stamps on Etsy. And stitching around. And this page is you can journal on that. It's got lines on it. And then another raven. There's lots and lots of ravens in here. Back page is an interesting image. I just love this with the old tree. Absolutely love it. And then you can write something in there. So yeah, and like I said, the spine has been reinforced. It's been reinforced with Tyvek fabric on the inside, grosgrain ribbon on the outside, and then more lace on the outside. So it's not going anywhere. And then we have the tie. So there you have it. This one is called Raven, and like I said, it is already claimed. It has been paid for, and by the time you see this video, which like again, I'm recording it on the 30th of May. By the time you see this video, you'll probably, it won't even be around anymore. She'll have written in it and claimed it as her own. So there you are. That is my newest. Thank you for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Hello and thank you and welcome to all my new subscribers. And hello and thank you for sticking with me to all of my previous and present subscribers. And I just want to say peace, love. And it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Please make it a happy, colorful, crafty one. And take care of yourselves. Be careful because we're not out of the woods yet, guys. This stuff is still going on. It's still around. I'm still under doctor's orders to stay inside, which is really killing me because I want to go to the thrift store so bad. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon in the next video. Look for some tutorials. Bye-bye.